Start speaking.
Hello, good afternoon. I hope you're all well. And Tim and I are, we like to think that we're not just normal travel agents. We're travel agents or personal travel consultants for our own franchise of Not Just Travel, where every customer makes a huge amount of difference to us because we only we exist through our customers and keeping them happy and trying to get repeat business.
Hello, I'm Tim, and can I just point out that we're not showing the slideshow we're trying to show. So is anybody technical behind the scenes ready to save us?
We need to share the screen.
Yeah, but how do we do with that? I don't know. Well, right, you keep talking. No. No, we're missing something technical. You keep talking. Yeah.
Okay, well, we like to think, I like to call myself your travel fairy godmother. I don't know if you can see are we still on us? And how we work with people is we have a really good chat about what they like and what they don't like, any hotels that they really like, anything that's really, really important to them, so that we can try and give you exactly what you want and make it the best holiday ever. Are we okay now, Tim?
We're not okay yet. We will be very soon.
Oh dear. Technology, eh?
Technology. We're brilliant at it. I have a degree in computing science and mathematics from the University of Newcastle upon Tyne. This is where we are.
Okay.
We're still not sharing it, are we? Oh no,
yes,
it is sharing. Yeah.
Okay, so we like to think we're not just normal travel agents. And why book with us? We are dedicated to offering you a totally bespoke holiday tailored to your every need. As I said, we do have a really in-depth conversation with you so that we come back to you first time round with something a bit close to what you want, but it's a bit like a dance. We get better and better the more we talk to you, and it can take a while to get you exactly what you want, but as our previous customers can attest, we do, get you a really good holiday. Okay, so I'll talk for this bit, seeing as it shows a lady. I try and think we're like a travel fairy godmother, making your travel wishes come true. And we do offer great customer service. We're available 24/7. We don't keep shop hours, and if there's any hanging on, speaking to a supplier, that's our job, not yours. And we are linked to Hayes Travel, so we have really great access to hundreds of suppliers and great prices.
Okay, and our parent company, Not Just Travel, has just won this award, a very prestigious award in the travel industry and with home workers as well, which is what we are. That's it. And again, back to why should you book with us? Because you get more choice. Access to over 12 million holiday options. That's a lot of choice, a lot of freedom, a lot of chance to create the holiday you want and for us to find the ideal holiday for you. And what you see here is only 62% of holidays are actually available. So what you see online, that's all. We have access to some exclusive deals and prices, which are often very competitive. And finally, and I'd say the most important thing about agents, especially nowadays, with a lot of people looking at ruined holidays due to coronavirus, there's full protection. At the very worst, if rather than you spending hours on the phone to say somebody like Jet2 who are doing the right thing, but you've got to ring them sometimes, we will spend hours on the phone if need be, and for that matter, we've already rearranged a Jet2 one.
Okay, so why book with us? As we say, we want your holiday to be your honeymoon certainly to be exciting, not stressful. So just let us do all the hard work for you. And this is an initiative we've got at the moment. We're working with some really, really reliable suppliers, and it's called Book and Relax Guarantee. And it basically means free amendments and cancellations. If they're important to you, then we can look for certain specific bookings. Okay, and the idea is book your next holiday and relax, cancel or amend for free, and that's the deal. And this is a thing that we've done at the moment. If any of you are really missing your travel, which I know we are, there's a thing that we brought out called the Travel Podcast. You can Google that, join up, it's a free thing, and there's some amazing, interesting things to listen to. They're 40 minutes, so they're great for when you're walking your dog or just out for your daily walk, and they'll give you a lovely taste of lots of places. Okay. We have a thing that's special to Not Just Travel called the honeymoon gift list. With that, your customers for your wedding, especially if you've already been married before and maybe got everything you need at home, you could ask your guests to help contribute towards your honeymoon, and we can set that up with a dedicated page for you on the website, and it can work really, really well. So we can offer you the best destinations, really personal service, and obviously lots of travel protection, being ABTA and ATOL protected. So you can book your holiday risk-free. Okay, so where could we send you to? Number one honeymoon destination is the Maldives. I desperately want to go there one day. Just look at the couple there relaxing in the sea, just idyllic. I think everybody just wants to be somewhere like this at the moment. You can go snorkeling, scuba diving. There's lots and lots of activities you can do there as well if you don't just want to chill with a pina colada in your hand. That might be a nice evening sunset moment. They have amazing skies there and evening. And you can even go for the ultimate in luxury with a water villa and, have lots of privacy and just absolutely chill. Okay.
Now moving on to Mauritius, a lovely island in the Indian Ocean as well. In fact, in a way similar to the Maldives, even though it's 1,000 miles away from it. And look at that scenery.
Very green.
Yeah, there's a zip wire coming from that volcano somewhere as well. Great ride to go on. Or how about if whether or not you want to plan a wedding now, rather than just the honeymoon, but either way. That is a lovely place to be. So
we're over in the Caribbean there. Yeah. Okay, and there's one of the amazing places. I've been a couple of times. You've got to go if you ever go to Mexico, Chichen Itza. Fabulous Mayan relics. So here we've got sandals. One of the things that we can, if you book the high-end accommodation, you can even have a butler service 24/7. And doesn't that look inviting with your own little private pool right next to the sea? And you get gourmet food and excellent service. And those over-the-water bungalows with sandals just look so inviting. I can't imagine any honeymoon better than that, can you? Mm-hmm. I mean, we loved our Tenerife honeymoon. But yeah, if we could have afforded sandals, I think we would have gone. Yep. Okay, more photos of the idyllic beaches there. Oh, Antigua, just look how green it is. Just amazing white beaches and greenery. Amazing yachts, very wealthy people there. So it's not a case of sometimes going abroad and feeling bad that you can afford a bit more than some people. I think in Antigua that wouldn't be the case. It just looks amazing standard of life. I had some training recently with the Bahamas Tourist Board, and these pigs actually swim up to you and they can go on the beach and they're pretty tame. So that's quite something. I think it's their the island emblem, and they give out little pigs and so on, and they sell them as tourist things. So if you want, you can have a wedding on Nassau on Paradise Island. Just doesn't that water look inviting? Yeah. And amazing scenery. Okay, we can also offer you Jamaica. Again, very, very green. Beautiful bars, and they get little chapels over the water. Again, very, very green. St. Lucia's very popular with honeymoons and very verdant. Absolutely idyllic there. And we can offer beachcomber holidays too. We've already mentioned Mauritius. There are lots of other islands that are equally beautiful and that we can offer you: Mozambique, Zanzibar, La Réunion, Madagascar, and the Seychelles. Okay, just look at that. Imagine having that as your wedding spot. I did see one once in Mexico and it was idyllic, but they did stand too close to the water and got a little bit wet. So there's a tip if you get married on the beach. Don't go too close to the water. So the Seychelles, I had some training on this recently. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge honeymoon there, so it must be okay. And you can even come across giant tortoises. Not sure how close you can get to them, but that just sounds amazing. On my bucket list. Okay, some amazing hotels there. I met suppliers from a lot of these, and we can pull together some really, really lovely holidays for you at these. Okay, so might you fancy a multi-centre honeymoon? You could go through Canada and the Rocky Mountaineer. You might fancy mixing up New York and Mexico, or Florida, or Vegas. Miami and Hawaii, there's a combination. Bangkok and Phuket, if you want to go to the east. We did a pre-honeymoon over to that sort of area and Chiang Mai. You can mix up a safari and a beach. We can pull together any combination that you want. We can also find you some really, really lovely cruises. We've got Celebrity here with their amazing ship, and Crystal Cruises, really high-end yachts that they have for much, much smaller, more intimate cruises. So we also can offer mini moons and other amazing short-haul destinations, be they normal holiday or short. You might want to go to Paris and the Loire, Rome and Capri. We love Rome. Rome and Sorrento, Rome and Amalfi. You might just want to go to I wouldn't say just for Santorini. Beautiful. I love that place. If you really like taking scenic photos and the Instagram generation, then you couldn't do better than that, really. The blue sky, the white buildings and the pink bougainvillea, it's just, and the senses of the smells of the flowers, beautiful. You can see the lovely old bars, restaurants. We could go, you can have a bit of culture if you want, go to Athens. You might want to chill out, get married in Paphos, beautiful venues there. You may want to go to Venice, that might float your boat, or you might want some scenery, the Italian Dolomites, or even Lake Garda. And we're actually looking for we're sorting out a wedding for a lovely couple for 2022 in Lake Garda. We've got contacts there with a wedding planner. So other ideas that you may wish to look into, the Dubai is ever popular, Japan will get lots of coverage next year with the Olympics there. So
maybe
well,
Olympics.
And there's always places like India, Indonesia, Borneo was amazing when I went there. Sri Lanka, you might want to mix up Australia, do a tour of Australia. Go to New Zealand, you may want to do Florida, the Disney and the Keys, or even go on a Route 66, do a US road tour. I've got friends who've been to Costa Rica for a honeymoon and absolutely loved it. As we said, we did Tenerife, the Canaries. I know lots of people love going to Ibiza. They maybe don't want to do a long flight. So do remember as well that we can help you plan. It's not just honeymoons and weddings, it's general holidays, but we're happy to do stag parties, hen parties, and just really looking forward to getting to know you and making your travel dreams come true. So thank you for watching this presentation.
There's not particularly any questions unless I've missed some.
No, there's somebody planning a holiday for the 6th to 18th, and a spending pot would be a great addition to her. I don't know.
Sorry, there's a question there. I can't quite see, Brian, when our cruise is sailing again. Ooh, it depends absolutely on the company that you wish to sail with. Some of them, like P&O, I seem to remember, have kicked it into October, and to be quite honest, just because they've said October doesn't necessarily mean they'll be starting there, but others are planning on much sooner, or at least haven't got round to cancelling it late. So I'm afraid it's a bit of a cop-out of an answer, but really, and bearing in mind that the cruise experience depends absolutely on the company you go with.
But they are certainly all putting everything in place to, I think it's probably going to be the cleanest experience, most hygienic you could ever have going on a cruise, because those companies will only keep going if they actually win the custom back and don't have any issues. So, somebody's asked about the honeymoon gift list for a birthday instead. It's an interesting question. I will certainly get back to you, Alana, if you like.
No, we can't.
That's an easy one that we can look into. We've got some great mentors in Rachel and Coleman. They may be watching at the moment. Any other questions I can see for you? Are we still on, or have they gone? I think, have we gone though?
No, we're still on.
No, we're still on.
We're still there. Look down. We're live.
Yeah.
No, I missed a question.
Alana's question about planning a wedding holiday for a sister's 18th and a spending pot. I'm not quite sure. We'll get back to Alana on that one. I'd like to talk to you anyway. I want some contacts with some dressmakers. The average spend on a honeymoon. difficult question. It depends whether it's long haul or short haul. To be fair, I would be making up the answer on that one. I would imagine 5, 10, somewhere between 5 and 10 easily. But we can do it cheaper. Just because it's your honeymoon doesn't mean that it has to all be really, really extortionate. Okay. Oh, Rachel's on. Yes, it can be used. Thank you, Rachel. It can be used for a birthday. Well done, Rachel.
Yep.
For anything. Thank you so much, Rachel Coyne.
Yep. So there we are. That was it.